This conference will now be recorded.
Cool. I'm unable to share. Why? Okay, entire screen. I don't know. Okay, my team viewer got stuck. Yeah, sorry guys. Can you hear me? Can someone confirm, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for confirmation. Okay, if somebody can help me, like today's session, we are going to discuss about the how we are going to do the your dev environment setup. Like no, so what are the things are required? Like no, just we will see how to set up the dev environment. Like when you're taking the dev environment, we discussed like no, forget about the demo class. Even if you miss also, that's okay. We are going to this is like no, it's a first class. Like whenever you are going to work with the what is this? Okay, scroll back to the content. Okay, cool. So when you're taking here, like no, when you're learning the Java, so we need to install the few things in your machines. So what are the installations it's required? Today's session, I'm going to discuss about that. The main softwares which we are going to use it here, we will be discussing about that here. First, we require a JDK. JDK we need to install. Then, then we required the one is the JDK. My goodness. Then IDE. Why this is behaving differently? Okay. Mhm. Something wrong with this. Okay, I don't want to delete any of those things. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay, we required the one IDE. Okay, IDE we required here. Okay, this could be the problem. Okay, okay. The installations we required the one as a JDK. Then JDK is required, and here one IDE. So then we are going to install the JIT. Then we are going to install the Maven, and yeah, this is a good enough for us to get start with the session. So when you are taking the JDK, we are going to install the latest version, whatever it is available in the official site. We'll install. If it's a 20 is available, we'll go with the 20. If it's a 19, we'll go with the 19. Then in case of the IDE, this is a Oracle JDK. We are going to use it here. Oracle JDK we are using here. And IDE, if I'm taking here, we are going to use the IntelliJ. IntelliJ IDE, we are going to use it here. And then here we are going to use the Git. Whatever version it is available, we will take it here. The Maven also, we are going to take the latest version. Latest version, we are going to latest version. You would be picking that here. Can someone please, like, if you have a very good internet connection, if setup is not done, that if you voluntarily if you share your screen, so that I will tell you that how to install these things, and you can install the you can do this basic setup. Can someone please? Because
Yeah.
already my mission, everything is set up, is done. So that's the reason I'm asking you guys. Yeah.
Can you
Hi, this
grant me
is
the
Tara.
access?
I'm absolutely fine.
Okay. Who's that? Okay. So I'm
Tara.
sorry.
Tara.
Tar- yeah, yeah, I say that.
Yeah.
And if you have any personal things is open, you can close that. Okay, you can minimize everything. So because you are
Yeah.
going to be the presenter. Yeah, cool. This is a basic setup you are doing. If you have already done that, that's okay. So once again, you just to observe these things. Okay, can you share your screen, Tara?
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm not getting the option to share actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay. You are using the Windows or Mac?
Mac.
Oh, again, I think you have to reshare. I mean, you have to reconnect. There is some permissions issues with the Mac.
Yeah,
Oh,
system. I'm going to system preferences.
okay. Uh, Anyone else? Uh,
I can, but mine's also Mac itself.
okay, no problem. Like at least um, you will get the. We'll see. Mac, Mac, no, the permissions. If you are doing the first time, like sharing the screens, you need to give the permissions. That's there
Yeah,
is a small
it
issue.
is showing like ask the organizer to make you presenter.
What is your name? Sorry.
Hello,
Who- Yeah, yeah.
Anusha.
Anusha. Okay. With what name you connected? Sorry.
Reddy.
Okay. Make presenter. Can you see that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. You are able to share?
Yes.
Okay. Can you share the screen? Okay. Still we are not able to see your screen. Mhm. Okay. Then there is some issues. Like what I will do here is I'll uninstall in my system and I'll install so that you will get familiar with the things. Okay, that's okay, no problem. Okay, cool, no issues. Now here, what we would be doing here is uh, nothing here. It's not a big things at all. Like it's a very simple things we are doing here. The first one is you can go to the official site of the JDK downloads. You can just type that here, JDK downloads, uh, where you are taking to the official site, where you would be taking here what is the latest version. You can pick that here. Here it's the latest version is a JDK Java 19, and what operating system you are using. Based on your operating system, you can go with the particular operating system. I'm using the Windows. My workstation we use the Linux, and here we are using the Windows. I'm using here, and 64-bit MSI installer. I'm going to take it here. Okay, this is a installer. It's around 156 MB. Uh, like no, just I'm going to click on this download. Okay, this would be downloading the JDK MSI file. It's going to download. those who are using the uh, Windows, you can take this link. Where did I open this? Yeah, here the first one is we are taking this is a JDK, and JDK I'm going to use the JDK 19. I'm going to use here. We are using the JDK 19. Okay, this is Windows version. This is acting crazy. Okay, cool. JDK you can download from this is a place you can download. Once you download this here, it's a like no installer is simple, straightforward. Now let me close all the things. Whatever I have downloaded, I'm going to close all the things. I'm going to close it here. Not whatever I opened, I'm going to close that here. Nothing is here. Just I'm going to uninstall a software, uninstall. Okay, control panel. I'm going to my control panel. Okay, uninstall a program, and I have a JDK. I have already installed I'm going to uninstall the. This is IntelliJ. I'm going to uninstall, and I'm going to uninstall the. Okay, uninstall. I'm going to uninstall. Okay, click here. Okay. Okay, already it is saying that. Okay, cool. So it is going to delete all the plugins and everything. It is going to delete it here. No problem. This is a close, and I'm going to uninstall my JDK 19 also. I don't have the JDK also. Yeah, yes, I'm going to say that here. Cool. So anyway, this is also not required for me. Yeah, I saw that here. Just I'm uninstalling that. Cool, and I'm going to uninstall the even JIT also. Okay, there is another program is uninstalling. It is not allowing to do that here. Then, yeah, those are the three things we are going to install. Maven, there is no installation as such. I'll tell you that how we are going to install the Maven. Oh, so it's really taking a long time. Cool, no problem. Let it happen. Cool. So first we have downloaded we will download and keep it ready everything. So we downloaded this is a place where you have downloaded the Oracle JDK. We downloaded that, and another one is we are going to download the JetBrains uh, JetBrains IDE download. Okay, JetBrains IDE download. You just type for that. Here there is a IntelliJ IDE. So here we have two editions. One is a Ultimate Edition. Another one is a Community Edition. For us, the Community Edition is good enough. Just you are going to download this is a exe file based on your operating system. Like now, if you are using the Mac, you can download the Mac related, like Mac or Linux. So if you are taking the Mac, so DMG file it's going to download. If you are using the Linux, GZ file. If you are using the Windows, directly they are giving the executable. Now I'm going to download the exe file. I'm going to download. So this is the IDE which we are downloading here. Okay, this is second one. Okay, this is just I'm going to give the link straight away. It will download. I'm getting confused. Okay, fine. This is a place where you are going to download the IDE. This is a location. IDE location is this. Once you are done with that, then the third thing is which we required is a JIT bash download. JIT bash download. We are going to download the JIT bash download. So this is a place where again you have the JIT bash, and based on your operating system, you choose that here. If I'm using the Windows, and 64-bit. I want to download this is another software which is required here. I'm going to take the JIT. Okay, JIT, I'm going to take it here. Okay, this is a place where I'm taking the JIT. I'm going to take it here. JIT bash. This is the location. We can download that here. And then there is something called the Maven. Okay, Maven, when you're downloading that here, the Maven download is a very simple download. So there is you can go to the Maven official site. Okay, here I'm going to select it here, Maven download. So this is the official site. You can go to the Maven, and here you will find the something called the downloads. You can choose the like no depends on your operating system. Again, I'm saying that you can choose the if you are using the Windows, we are going with the zip file. I'm going with that. If you are using the Linux or other things, you can take it here. Like no, here this is what we are going to take it here. Binary zip file. I'm going to take it here. This is a binary zip file which you are going to take it here. Binary zip file. I'm going to give this link. Okay, binary link. This is a place where you are going to download. Now I'm done with the all my downloads. I'm done with that.
Excuse me. For
Yeah,
Maven,
go ahead.
what we can select for Mac?
You select the Mac. You can take the gz or archive file, zip file. Anything is fine. Yeah,
No. Thank you.
no problem. Okay, now we are going to see that here in my control panel. I'm going to remove. I removed the even JIT also. I'm going to remove here. It's like a clean slate. We are going to remove all the things we are removing here. Okay, cool. Then here, first we are going to install the like if you open the command prompt, CMD. If I'm typing here, Java. If I'm typing here, it said that Java is not recognized or internal or external command. If I'm typing the Java C, it is saying that Java is not installed. Whenever you say that Java, if you are getting the Java is not recognized and an internal or external command, if you get that, your Java is not set up in your machine. That's the meaning of that. Now we need to set up the JDK. We need to set up, and at the same time, there is something called the edit environment variables. Edit environment variables. If I'm taking the environment variables, like no, previously if you install the Java, you will have all these things. Okay, you will have the all the environment variables. You will have it here. Edit environment variables, system environment variables. I'm going to edit, and where I'm going to delete all these things. I don't want this. I don't want this because everything is we are going to set up now. Okay, path edit. You are going here. Is there any Java? Yeah, Java, Derby, Bin, Hive, Hadoop. There are so many things which I never use. I don't use it here. Just I'm going to delete Hive. I'm going to delete the Derby. I'm going to delete the Java. I'm going to delete the Maven. Okay, okay. I deleted most of the things which Gradle, which I'm not using, and these all the things I deleted. There is no issues here. Okay, now in the path, is there any class path? Yeah, JDK we have class path. I'm going to delete that as well. Okay, remaining things are fine. Okay, click OK, click OK. Cool. Now I don't have anything Java related. It's like no, you can take it as it's a brand new laptop. Okay, brand new laptop in the sense Java environment setup. Yeah. Now here, first thing is I'm going to install the JDK. When you are installing the JDK, the modern operating systems almost it will take the everything. It is going to take it automatically. It will take it here. So just I'm going to click on this installer. I'm going to click on this installer, and it is selecting the JDK 64-bit. It is going to select it here. Click next. And if you look at here, it is installing in the C program files Java JDK 19. This is a default directory. If you want, you can change that. If you want, you can change that here. Like no, you can go with the default directory. You can go ahead with that. Few people they don't like to install the in C drive. They want to install in a D drive or other places. Like no, you can create a one new folder. You can create it here. Softwares. I'm going to create it here. Okay, softwares. So I'm going to create it here. In this location, I want to install all my softwares. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, I'll go with the different directory. I'm changing the directory. Here we are going to select the D drive. I'm selecting the softwares. Okay. If you don't want to change the directory, don't worry about changing this directory. You just follow the next. Okay. Then we are going to click on next. It is asking the, do you want to allow this to changes devices? I'm saying that allow. Now this is going to install the JDK and the JRE, both it is going to install here. Like now, if you look at here, the softwares, where it is installed the bin which contains the all the Java executable files it contains, lib all the libraries which are required here it contains in the lib directory. Now we are done with the Java installation. Whether Java is installed or not, just you can go and open the command prompt. I'm going to type the Java. Now there is a installation. Now I'm going to type the Java C. There is a installation which is a, and if you want to see that what is the version currently it is installed, JDK minus V, which is a JDK 19, it is installed. JDK 19 which is installed, and now I'm getting these options. Okay, suppose if you want to set explicitly your Java home for your computer, you can do that here. You can do that here, softwares. I'm going to the edit environment variables, edit edit system environment variables. You click on that environment variables. If you look at here, Java is automatically added in your class path. It is added here. C program files common Java path. It is added, which we don't want that. We want to add explicitly my. I'm deleting this here. I want to add a like no. Here we are going to create a new Java underscore home. I'm going to set it as this is a softwares. Oh, I made a mistake.
Excuse me, even in
Yeah,
Mac, is it command prompt?
Mac. Sorry.
Even in Mac, is it termed as command prompt?
Uh, Command prompt. They call it as a terminal in Linux and Mac. The people will call it as terminals.
Okay.
Yeah. So now here my JDK is I installed in this directory softwares. I installed in JDK directory. I installed here. Now I'm going to take this is what I'm taking here. I'm setting this as my Java home. Okay, I'm setting it as this is my Java home. In your path, we are going to delete this here, and where we are going to add the JDK, I'm going to add the bin directory. I'm going to add it here. In the path variable, I'm adding the bin directory. I'm going to add it here. That's all we need to do that here. Just let me go back to the terminal. I'm going to run that here, cmd. Okay, Java minus version. I'm going to check this here, Java C, Java compiler. It is working. One more thing is, if you are not able to follow this here, don't worry about like setting the path and all these things here. By default, whatever the JDK at the time of installing it is asking the directory, you continue with that. You continue with that. Don't change any directory. Don't change the any directory. Just you follow the installation wizard. You follow that here. Okay. Finally, default it is going to set the JDK. It is going to set that here. The next one is I want to install the my IDE. Okay, I'm going to install the my IDE. This is the IntelliJ IDE. I'm going to take it here, show in folder. So just you click on this here. This is also executable. Okay, it may take the couple of minutes. Yeah. So it is asking the welcome and where you want to install that here. Here also, I don't want to install in all over the places. What I'm doing here is in my D drive. This PC I created in a D drive. There is a softwares I created on folder. Inside that, make a folder. I'm going to say that here. Okay, softwares, JDK, no. Here we are going to create a new folder. This is a place where I'm going to rename. Just we will say that as the IntelliJ, we are going to say that here. Okay. IntelliJ ID, I'm going to make it here. I'm going to select this folder. Okay, IntelliJ ID, already they are creating the one extra folder they are creating here. There is no point in giving the new folder. I'm going to say that here, IntelliJ. Inside that, you create that, we are going to say that here. Okay, click next. And it is asking the associated and all these things here, not required anything. Just if you're adding the path, it needs to restart. It is saying that here, but we may not restart now. So just we are going to, later we can add it here, then click and then say install. This is also you can install in a default directory. We can install here. Why I'm not installing in a default directory is tomorrow, like no, all your softwares, if you are keeping in a C drive, that there is a chances that your drive may get full. Okay, already my drive is up to there is a 258 84 GB only. It's a free space. I don't want to install everything in my C drive, so there is a lot of space in D drive. That's where I'm moving my executable files into the D drive. I'm making that here. Only a few things I'm moving to the D drive. Yeah, cool. Now this is related to install this IDE. And when it comes to the Maven, there is no installation Maven. Just you can show in folder. You extract that Maven file into the your local drive. You extract that here, the show more, and just you say that extract here. This is going to create a Maven. Let me refresh. Okay. Refresh. You will see that modified date. Where did it create? Okay. So more options. I'm going to say that here. Extract here. Just I'm extracting this is a bin directory. It is created here and Maven 3.8.7. Just I'm removing from here and I'm going to put it inside the softwares, and this is a place where I'm going to put this here. Okay, Apache Maven. Now I can rename this if you feel that this proper file name is a little lengthy. We can rename to the Apache Maven. Yeah, this is fine. That's okay. Why should we rename? Now this is a you copy into the one directory. We are going to copy that here. Let it this installation complete. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, this ID has been installed. Do you want to run that? I don't want to run now. So just I'm going to close it here. This is a place where my Maven folder is installed. Now what I will do here is I will copy this path. Wherever you copied that, you copy that path. You go to the edit environment variables, system environment variables. You will say one simple thing. You are going to create a one new variable. This is a Maven underscore home. You specify the path Maven underscore home where your Maven is installed. At the same time, in the path variable, in the path variables, you edit that and you just say that Maven underscore home. Then we are going to give the slash bin. We are going to add it here. The bin is the directory where your executable files are available. Okay, now we said that here. Once whether Maven is installed properly or not, in order to check that here, again open the terminal or command prompt. So where you would be saying that as a MVN version, we are going to say that here Maven version. So Maven version is it is a 3.8.7, which is there in the D softwares Apache. This is a location. It is saying that here. My Maven setup also done. The Maven setup also done. Now there is a one more thing. Just it is a JIT. Okay. One more thing is this is a JIT. Okay, the JIT is we are going to install JIT bash. We are going to install here. You just click on that execute. You are going to click on that um, git executable. Again, it is also going to take the default directory. If you don't want to install in a default directory, again, same story. Instead of that D drive, I'm going to install software, and here we are going to select it here. Okay, this is selecting the JIT, and I'm going to click next. Next, you just follow the installation wizard, then click next, next. Okay, this is installing in the putty pp link. It is going to use this. Okay, better we will install the default directory we are going to install here. Click next. Okay, cool. You would be doing here next, next. Just the installation of the JIT, we are going to do that here. So these are the 4 things we required. And one is like, first you are going to install the JDK, then you are installing the IDE, then we are going to install no, it's not mandatory to install in other drive. So just to like, I have a space constraint. That's the reason I'm going with the different directory. Like, you can follow the what are the directory it is selecting default. You can go with that. You need not to change that. Yeah. Like, here I have a like, the space constraint. That's the reason I'm going with the a different directory. So is it mandatory? No, it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. I would recommend you to go with the default directory. Okay, cool. Now I'm done with the all my installations. I'm done with that. So there is nothing like, so as and when we required other softwares, we will try to install here. Now suppose if I want to open the my IDE, if I want to open my IDE, you come to the IntelliJ IDE. Okay. So this is a bin directory. If I'm going to the IDE application launcher, where you can, it is going to open the, I'm going to launch the my IDE. I'm going to launch it here. We can add a, this is a desktop shortcut. We can add it here, or we can add it into the path variables. You can add it here. Okay, whether you can like, just I'm going to say it as a open. This is going to load the IntelliJ IDE. It should start. I don't know. Let it. Okay, launcher. It is not responding anything. Okay. And IntelliJ. Okay, it is, we didn't add to the path. Okay. This is ID is icon. Software. Okay, it is taking too long time to open. Okay, cool. Now we can do one thing is like, if you want to add a shortcut to your desktop, you can add a shortcut to the desktop IDE. Just you are going to show more options. Okay, just you will be saying that as a pin to start. I'm going to start. I'm going to add it here. So just I'll be saying that here. IntelliJ IDE Community Edition, it is added here. Just you click on that here, it is going to launch your application. Yeah, this is launching your IDE is launching. Okay, these are the previously existing projects. We don't want any of these projects. Like, here we are going to create one new project. We are going to create it here. Okay, how to create a new project? Just we'll be discussing about that here. Here you just say that new project. We don't want existing projects. I'm going to select the new project, and this project, if I'm choosing here, and it is asking the, hey, what is the your project name, which directory you want to create it that here. So these details it is asking here, like no, or from now on, what are the projects you are going to create it here? Those projects has to be stored in somewhere, like no new project. If I'm saying here Java underscore uh, full stack, so 2023 and batch underscore one. Okay, batch underscore one. This is what I'm going to create a new project name I'm creating here. So 2023 batch one, we are going to take it here. And where is this directory? Like, you know, somewhere this project is nothing but the directory that has to be saved. In this case, I'm going to take the uh, okay, I'm going to use the my directory called the JIT. I'm going to use it here. This is a place where I'm going to JIT in the sense don't take it as a JIT. Uh, okay, I will take it as a new D drive. I'm going to create it as a one new folder. I'm going to create it here. This is I'm saying it as a Java underscore 2023 WS workspace I'm creating here. Whatever the projects you are going to create it here. Now here I'm saying I'm creating my own folder I'm creating here. Java underscore 2023 workspace I'm going to create it here. Please don't get confusion and don't think that we are doing the great things. We are doing the very basic computer things we are doing. We created the Java 2023 WS workspace we created here. Why I'm creating this workspace 2023? What are the projects I'm going to create from now onwards? Everything we are going to put it inside this folder. Apart from that, nothing else. Now I'm going to say that here, this is what, and here it is asking the Java. It is a Maven project, and we need to use the what is the JDK you have installed. Already I installed the JDK 19. I'm going to select the JDK 19 version. I'm going to select it here. I'm selecting the JDK. There is a Oracle Open JDK. We by default it comes with that. We don't want that. I'm going to use the my JDK which I have installed, which is installed in or you can add explicitly. You can add it here. Add my JDK is I have installed in softwares, and this is a place my JDK is available. I'm going to select it here. This is it is selected the uh, I'm sorry. This is selected the 19.2. It is selected here. Now here Oracle JDK, Oracle Open JDK, we are using that here. That was installed. Now here you are going to give the package name com dot the career IT. It's a company name. Reverse of the your company domain name. You are going to say that here. This is the project name is I'm going to the artifact ID is we are going to give it as a Java JFS. I'm going to take it here. Java full stack. We are going to create it here. Okay. Do I need to follow that naming conventions? If you are asking that here, yeah, it is good. Like no, from the day one, if you are practicing that, that would be that you will get the like no why we have followed that naming conventions. Once you enter into the projects, you will understand that here. Suppose if you look at here, this is a project which is created by the your IDE, and there is something called the pom.xml file. Whatever the configurations you have done that here, this is my group ID, this is my artifact ID, this is my version, and what is the JDK version you are using? JDK 19 and JDK 19, and there is other some more things are there. I'll discuss later. Don't worry about that here. Whenever you are using the Maven project has got the standard directory structure. What is that? What does it mean? Whenever you say that Maven project will follow the certain directory structure. It is going to follow it here. Maven, when you say that here, this is a Maven project. This is my project, and my project has got the. Let's take it here. This is my project. My project has got the different directories. Different directories it is having here. There is something called the SRC. There is a folder name called the SRC. Okay. This is whether this is not behaving properly. I am unable to use it. I'm not sure. Okay, this is a project. Okay, and this project has got there is a directory name called the src, and then we have something called the src, and then src again it contains the, okay, I'll write it with the pencil. This is a src, and src will have your source code. Okay, it will have your the source code. It contains the source code. It contains here. Okay, it contains the source, and src is nothing but the source code. Like now, what are the source code you are going to write it here? You will be writing here, and then there is something called the src, and then you'll have the something called the test, and here you have a uh, okay, src. Inside src folder, it contains the src. Again, it contains the main Java, main under src folder. It contains this is a standard directory structure. It contains here, like now, here you would be taking here src main slash Java, and again it will contains the main underscore resources, and src main underscore resources it contains here. And at the same time, there is another folder called the another folder you have it here is another folder you will have it is a test. Okay, there is a folder name called the test Java. Okay, you will have the src. Inside that you will have the test. Okay, there is a package name called the test, and here we have a src main Java test Java. Okay, here we'll have the Java, and again it will have the resources. Okay, resources you are going to take it here. This is a standard directory. You will have it here. All your source code you are going to write it in src. All your test cases you are going to write it in test folder. You are going to write it here. If you look at this here, src main Java, src test Java, and here you are going to write your source code. Like now, what are the programs you are going to write it? What are the source code you are writing in your application? That application will have the source code will be maintained in a src main Java. All your test code source code will be maintained in a src main Java. And here I'm going to create a new package. This a package is nothing but the you're creating a package. Package is nothing but the folder. Now suppose if I'm taking here com dot career it dot, I'm going to say it as a, this is a cj core Java, or fsj like no, we have taken the jfs, sorry, jfs dot. So here com dot career it, there is a meaning for that. What is that meaning? Let me explain that here. Whenever you are taking your company name, suppose if I'm taking the let's take it as a some company name is a x xyz.com, and another company name is a lmn.io. Now, whenever you are developing the project for this particular companies, always reverse of the domain name lmn io.lmn dot. Then you are going to give the what is that project. Suppose you are developing the module called the admin module. You are developing in the project name called the project name. Let's take it as a let's we can take it as a some project name. Some project name is you can take it as a SCART, shopping cart application. You are going to do it here, admin module. Now here again io dot lmn dot scart dot, here we are going to develop the user module. Like now io dot lmn dot, like now scart dot, we are going to take the like now product dot, we are going to say that as a catalog. Like this you have a multiple modules. Like now the common thing is what your domain name, and followed by the your product the product name, and these are the sub modules of the product. So this is what in a real-time projects you will have it here. Like no reverse of the your domain name, followed by the your project name, followed by the your module name. In this case I am taking the my package name as a com.careerit, my domain name. JSF is a Java full stack. I'm going to take it as a okay. I'm going to take it as a I'm going to take it as this is my product name, and here we are doing the day one. So the package names generally it won't contains the day one and the day two, like numbers you will not have it here. The package names always will be lowercase. For our convenient, I'm going to take it as a day one. I'm going to take it here. Now I created the day one. I created here. So now I'm going to write the my first hello world application. I'm writing here. Whenever you are writing the any hello world applications in Java, you are going to write the new class. Right click on this package, new class. We are going to say that here. This is a class name is I'm going to give it as a hello world. Okay, that's it. Hello world. This is going to create a class. And in order to print a message, the class definition is something like this. The package, first one is a package. Then you are going to take the public class hello world. Don't worry, what is this public class hello world? This is a class definition. You can take it at this point of time. Later we will be discussing about that. What is this hello world? What is this public? What is the class? We will discuss about that. In a basic thumb rule, you remember that here, whenever you are working into the Java, whatever you are going to write the code, you will be writing in inside the class. This is a class definition. It will be like this: public class. Suppose if I am finding the sum of two numbers, sum of two numbers, I'm going to take it here. This is my class beginning. This is my class end. Hey, this is a place where my class begins. This is a place my class ends. Now here you would be doing this. Something you are going to do this here. Whatever I'm going to write it here: public static void main string args. This is my main method signature. What are the main method we are going to write it here? The definition of the signature of the main method is this. First you are going to write the class. This is the beginning of the class. This is the end of the class. This is the beginning of the method. This is the end of the method. Like now in between, what are the code you are going to write it here? Suppose if I want to write the sum of two numbers, int a equal to, I'm going to take it as a 10. Int b equal to, I'm going to take it as a int b equal to, I'm going to take it as a 20. I want to add these two numbers. Now here we are going to take the int sum equal to a plus b. And finally, I want to print the result. To print the result, we have got the system.out.println. How we are using the print statement in another programming languages? In Java, we use the system.out.println. To print the output on the console, we use that here. Then here we are going to the sum of, we are going to say that a and plus b is, we are going to print the sum value. We are going to print it in end statement. So anything you write it in Java, you have to write it inside the class. And what are the logic you want to execute? That logic has to be inside the method. And by default, we will write our logic initially in the main method. We are going to write it here. In the main method, you will be writing the logic. Now here we are going to write a main method. The main method signature is a very simple: public static void main. Okay, then here we are going to take the string array ARR. So here we are going to take the string is a capital letter we are taking here. Wherever you see the class names, we will start with the capital letter. If it is having the multiple words, the second word will start with the capital letter. Now here you want to print the welcome message. To do that here, system.out.println, we will be saying it as a welcome to Java world. That's it. Now you put the end statement. So there is nothing, no problem. There is no compilation error. If there is any compilation error, it will be highlighting that with the red mark. It is saying that if you take mouse over this, it is saying that here expected this is a insert this. It is saying that here I'm going to add that insert. Then this is added here. Now if I go and run this here, run hello world example, which is going to be printing it as a, this program is going to be compiled and it's going to run. And finally, this is printing the welcome to Java world. So this is a place where you will see the output. This is nothing but the console. We can say that here. And what are the programs you are going to write it in Java? you are going to write it in a src main java. You are going to create your source file, and once you created the source file, just you can run that by using the by clicking on this, or there are several other options you are having here. Just you will say that run hello world, so the application is going to run, and finally it's going to print the output on the console. So with this you can say that no, our setup is done, everything is working fine. To be to be like no safer side, what I'm going to do here is, once again I'm explaining that here how we are going to create a how how are you going to create a this project. Okay, just I'll explain that here. I'm going to close it everything, nothing. So the installation part, is this clear, or do anyone has any questions? Installation part,
It's clear.
anyone has any? It's clear. Okay, fine. Now first thing is, we are going to like no, you decided like no, hey, all my projects, what are the projects I'm going to create it here, I want to make store it in one place. Now I'm going to take the java underscore 2023 underscore ws workspace. Hey, my 2023, what are the work I'm doing in java, I'm going to put it in this folder. Now here we are going to open the my IntelliJ IDE, which is I have installed. I'm going to open that here. Okay, I'm going to open the my IntelliJ IDE. I'm going to open here IntelliJ IDE. Okay, bin directory, you can go here and you can click on the this is IDE 64. You can click on that, or if you are already added the shortcut to the your desktop, you just you can click on that. Okay, cool. Now this is what it's created here. I don't want to use the existing project. I want to create a new project. I'm creating the new project. And name of this project, what is this name of the project? I'm going to give it here is uh, okay, java underscore batch underscore, you can give anything. So batch underscore 2023 underscore 1. Yeah, this would be better. So java underscore batch underscore 2023 1, I'm going to give it here. And here we are going to select the java and maven. You can create a github repository also. Okay, you can say that no, create a github repository, you can say that here. Yeah, it is better you select it here, so that it will add the git ignore files, it is going to add it here. Now here jdk you can choose. Sometimes what happens when you're working in a projects, some projects may be developed in a jdk 8, some projects may be developed in a jdk 9, some projects may be developed in a jdk 11 or something like no. You can choose what version of the this project is. I'm choosing the jdk 19. jdk 19, I'm going to choose this year. Now I'm going to select the jdk 19. Okay, then here we are going to create a my group id and artifact id. So the group id is a com.career it, and here we you will be saying that as a what you can say that here java, I'm going to say that as a uh, java. Yeah, you are going to give it as a java full stack. We are going to give it here JFS, I'm writing here. Okay, this is a fine shortcut. We are Java full stack. I'm going to take it here, then click create. This is going to create a new project in that directory. Okay, you can go and look at this here. Suppose if I'm looking at here in this PC D drive, we created a work directory 2023 workspace. This is a project which is created here. Java underscore batch underscore 2023. This is a place it's created here. Okay, cool, no problem. Now once this is created, I don't know. Okay, once this is created, okay, this is a project which is created here, the com.careerit.jsf, and here we are going to take this here and jdk 19. This looks fine. I'm going to just close this here. If you go to the src, there is a src main java, src test java, and this is a place where we are going to create a uh, new class. New package. I'm going to create it here. First, I'm creating the package com.careerit.jfs dot day one. I'm creating the day one is my package name. The package is nothing but the a directory. Please remember that package is nothing but the folder inside another folder. Com has got the career IT JFS day one. It's like something like this. Whenever you if you look at here my hard disk, my entire hard disk is a 512. I divided into the two partitions. Again, here we are going to create a multiple folders we are creating here. Suppose if I'm taking the softwares, if I'm looking at here, again I have Apache. All Apache related things it is there in this directory. Same thing IntelliJ, you'll be if you have a movies or song, if you have a songs in your PC, you will store that very carefully. All movies in one folder, all songs in one folder. Again, songs you will have the different things melodies in one folder. Then based on the year, based on your favorite hero or favorite singer, you will be segregating that. You are managing that. No, the only reason is what in future if you want to listen a particular song or particular singer song, it is easy for you to locate that. Exactly same thing in case of the uh, Java also. Whenever you are working in the projects, the directory structure has to be maintained properly. Otherwise, people will not know where the classes are located. That's a problem number one. Problem number two, there will be a sometimes what happens, multiple places we may require the same class name. You cannot put it in one folder with the same name. So we will be putting inside the different packages. You are going to manage that here. And another thing is the projects, multiple people will be working. No, they, if everybody is working in the same directory, there is a chances of that the files may get corrupted. No, you will create a separate directories. You are going to create it here. Separate module you are going to create it here. In those module, few developers will be working. Other modules, other developers will be working. To do the clear separation of your classes, we will create a packages. The packages also we should follow the certain conventions. The reverse of the your domain name, your project name, and followed by the your module name. Is this clear? Why did this package name is lengthy? It's not lengthy. You will get used to that here. Com.career IT. This is my brand name where I'm developing the project, and my project name is a JSF, and I'm working on the module name called the day one. This is the way you can take it. Now here we are going to create a new file. I'm going to create it here, Java class. This is a Java class name is hello world. Hello world, I'm saying here. This is a hello world. Automatically it will create a class. It is going to create it here. And you want to add a main method. The main method signature is a public static void main string aux. And this is a place where you are going to type the SYS out of welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world. That's it. We said that welcome to Java world. If this code is not formatted, now you need not to type the public static void main every time, guys. No, there is a shortcut for that. Just you type the main and enter, which is going to generate a main method. It's going to generate. So you type the main and you enter that here. It generates that here. You need not to type every time system.out.println. Wherever you are using here, s out enter, which is going to print it here. This message you have to type it here. Welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world. It's a simple no. Here we are going to type the main. It's created here s out, which is going to create it here. The welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world. We are going to say that here. Once you created this here, if there is no compilation error, anything, just I'm going to run this here. Run Java program. You are going to run it here. Which would be printing the output as a welcome to Java world. It's going to print it here. There is no problem. Welcome to Java world. So with this, we can say that no, our development environment, whatever we are creating, whatever the development environment we created, or no IDE, everything is working. So to ensure that things are working or not, just we have created the hello world example we created here. Is this clear? Yeah. So still we haven't used the other installations, Maven and Git. We haven't used that here. Just we are checking that IDE, no, what are the JDK we installed. So both we said that IDE, hey, use the JDK install, JDK installation, whatever I have installed, use that, and that IDE is going to use that JDK, and it's running your applications. It's running your no, what are the classes we created. It's going to run that here. This is the basic setup. As a developer, you will be doing that here. So this is the installation JDK, and we install the IDE. This both we use that here. And what is the Git and Maven, I'll explain a little later. So And without knowing that Maven, we created a Maven project we created here. The main advantage of the Maven project is it will have the standard directory structure. In future, what are the dependencies is required, libraries are required, you are going to add it in this place. You are going to add those dependency. We'll discuss about that, more details about that little later. We are going to discuss. Somebody has a question. Good. We'll install today and ask if any doubts. Okay, good. Yeah, cool. The next one is what we are trying to do here is whenever you're learning the Java, so there is something jargons you'll hear JDK, and there is something called the JRE, and there is something called the JVM. This is the three main components in Java. JDK is a Java development kit. JRE is a Java runtime environment. JVM is a Java virtual machine. Whenever you install the Java, okay, if you take the Java is a programming language, and at the same time it's a platform as well. Programming language and it's a platform. What does it mean? So Java is going to, when you install the Java, it is going to install the two things. Like now, if you look at here, the place where we have installed the softwares, there is a JDK. The bin directory, it contains the all your executable files, like no Java C and Java docs, and there is a Java runtime environment. Let me show you that here. Here we created a one workspace we created here. Okay, this is a place where we created 2000 workspace we created here. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to create it here. This is a Java underscore basics. I'm going to say that Java basics. Java underscore basics. I'm going to select it here. Here I'm going to create a new. I'm going to open the terminal, or we can open the terminal or command prompt. You can open here. Just let me open the terminal. I'm going to open. Okay, in this directory, it is going to open here. Now I want to create a copy con. Okay, I'm going to create a. I'm going to open the notepad. Just I open the notepad. I open here, and this is a place where I'm writing here public class hello world. I'm going to write it here. Okay, the same program I'm writing here, public class hello world, and here we are going to write a main method. Okay, here we don't get the shortcuts. Public static void main string array args. Please believe me, like no, don't get scared of that. Like no, what is this public? What is this static? Why should I type that? Don't worry about all these things. Like no, few days you just practice the what are the instructions I'm giving, what are the instructions you are learning. Later you will get familiar with that, and you will understand the each and every keyword. From the class day one, you cannot learn every keyword, no. So sometimes you have to just do it. Like no, we should follow the Nike. Nike says that no, just do it. Yeah, the same thing here also. Like no, first few days just you do it. Later you will understand the what is this public, what is the significance of this static, what is this void main. All these things will get, each and every keyword I will be discussing about that. So when you are writing your Java program, first I have to define a class. I have to write a main method. What are the message I want to write it here? I'm going to use the system.out.println. I'll be saying that as a welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world. I'm going to say that here. Welcome to Java world. This is what I'm going to do this here. Now here, when you are saving this program into the directory, you copy this class name, and the Java files will have the extension is .java. Okay, the save as, I'm going to do this here, and I'm going to save this in D drive. I created this is a place where I created the Java basics. And whenever you're using the Windows, you are going to give it in double quotes, and Java we are going to give it here. If we give it in double quotes, and if you are saving with the .java, so this file will have the extension is .java. Otherwise, by default, it is going to take the txt. We don't want the txt to be extension. That's the reason I'm taking the hello world .java, which I'm going to give it in a double quotes. My program will be going to save it in Java file. It is going to save it in hello world, which is saying that it's a Java source file. So here key points is here we need to remember that here whenever you are creating any Java file, the extension is a .java. Extension is a .java, and file name should be same as a class name, same as a class name. And class name starts with uppercase, uppercase, and starting with the uppercase. If it is having the any other words, it's a combination of 2 3 words. Every word in your class name should start with the uppercase. That's the conventions. We will be following that here. Suppose if I'm taking here, the class name is a person, person is a class, and here we are going to take it as a uh, hello world, hello world. We are going to take it as a, this is a 2 words. Then we are going to take that as a user service, service IMPL. So there is a 3 words in that, user service IMPL. This is the implementation. We are going to say that here. The class name starts with the capital letters. Class name starts with the capital letters. And if it is having the multiple words, each word should start with the capital letter. Okay, cool. Now I am done with this. Now I have written a Java program. I have written here. This program, what are the program I have written? Like, no, it's English. It's like a English, like anybody can read it here. Anybody can read it here. Hey, I have written a public class hello world, and there is a main method, and inside that main method, what I'm doing here is I'm printing the system.out.println. Welcome to Java world message I'm printing here. It's like English, anybody can read it here. But the computer doesn't understand whatever you have written. Then this has to be compiled. This has to be compiled. That's where we required a compiler. That's where we required a compiler. Whatever you have written in high level code, like no English, you have written this, like no .java file you have written here. Like no, this is a file name is you have given it as a hello world.java. This program has to be compiled. This program has to be compiled. So for this purpose, we required a compiler. We required a compiler. Okay, once you get this compiler, you are going to compile this program. The moment you compile this program, it is going to generate a intermediate file that's called the dot class file. This dot class file will be generated. Hello world dot class it is going to generate. Once you have generated this dot class file, this dot class files has to be given to the JVM, Java runtime environment. This dot class file you are going to give to the Java runtime environment. This is a place where you are going to take the your operating system. Once this dot class file is generated, and here you may be taking the Windows or Linux or whatever it is operating system, you are going to take it here. This is a Windows, we are going to take it here. The similarly we are going to take the Mac, or you may be taking the some other operating system. Okay, you may be taking some other operating system, like let's take it as a Windows and Mac, and Linux is the most widely used one. Now here we are going to take it as a one more operating system, and here we are going to take the one more operating system. We are going to take it here. Okay, let's take it here. This is the example. So here we are going to use the Windows. Here we are using the Mac. Here we are using the Unix. Let's take it as a Unix is a like now Windows and Unix. Now here already we have installed the Java. We have installed here. That's nothing but we have installed the JRE, Java Runtime Environment, which internally consists of the JVM, which internally contains the JVM. It contains here, like no, this is what we are going to take it here, JRE and JVM. JRE is a Java runtime environment. JRE is a Java runtime environment. Just we are going to put it here. Okay, then I'm going to add the one more. This is, here also we have got the Java runtime environment. Here also we are having the Java runtime environment. Just you are going to keep it here. Now here, what are the program I compiled? I need to give to the this JVM. Hey, you start the by loading this dot class file memory, dot class file into the memory. You start executing my program. I need to tell that. I need to tell that here. I have written a like a English language. I compiled and I generated the dot class file. These all the steps are happening in your hard disk. So far, what are the dot class file it is created? What are the compiled code? It is there in your hard disk. Now you need to execute that. In order to execute that, this dot class files we have to load it into the memory. To load them into the memory, we are going to start the Java runtime environment. To start the Java runtime environment, we need to send a signal. We need to send a instruction to the JVM. Hey, you get start with this program. For that, we are going to use the command called the Java command. We are going to use it here. Okay, here we are going to say that Java So there is something, in order to compile your program, you use the command called the Java C. Java C stands for the Java compiler. Java stands for the Java runtime environment. We are saying that here, hey, you take this dot class file. By starting the runtime environment, you execute this class. You are going to say that here. Now here also same thing. Java, we are going to say that here. Here also we are going to say that Java. Hey, you execute this. You are going to say that here. The moment you execute this Java, the moment you give this Java command and this class, this is going to load this dot class file into the memory, and it will start the Java virtual machine. And virtual machine, it will translate into the underlying operating system instructions, and the program will be get executed. The program is going to get executed. The output will be displayed on the console, like no. So first you write a Java program, you compile that program, then you will start the Java runtime environment by using the command called the Java command. Like here you would be using the two things you are going to use it here: Java C, Java compiler. Java is a Java runtime environment. Okay, this Java C, if I am looking at here, Java C is a Java compiler. Where is this Java compiler? Okay, where this compiler is available? If you go to the softwares and where you install the JDK, there is a bin directory called the Java C. You will see that Java C. Where is this Java C? You will see that Java, and there is something called the Java C. Java C is a Java compiler. Java is a Java interpreter, which is going to start your Java runtime environment, and it will load that class and it is going to execute. Now here, what I'm doing here is, I'm going to do here is dir. I can see that here there is a hello world.java. There is a one file name called the, which is we created, hello world.java. Java C hello world.java. If I'm compiling this program, so if I look at here dir, it is created the one dot class file. It is created here. Like if I'm going back to this here, there is a Java C which is created the hello world dot class file. It's created here. This dot class file contains the bytecode instructions which we cannot understand. We cannot read it. That the bytecode instructions are which is specific to the JVM, which is a specific to the JVM. Only JVM can understand that. And here, in order to start your Java runtime environment, we are going to say that as a Java. I'm going to say that as a Java hello world. There is no class, nothing. Just you are going to execute that here. Okay, I'm going to execute here. So which is going to print that as a welcome to Java world. It's printing it as output as a welcome to Java world. Once you compile your program, like no, it is generated this dot class file, you can take and you can run it on any machines wherever JR is present. This concept you call it as a platform independent. Java programs are not platform dependent. It's always independent. Like no, once you generate a dot class file, now I am executing on the Windows machine. I generated my executable files. I can go and run on any operating system. Compile once, run anywhere. Compile once and run anywhere. We are going to do this here. So what is the difference between other programming languages and the Java? If you are comparing that here, if you are coming from the C and C++ background, even if you don't know, that's okay. So when you compile your program, always those programming languages will generate the executable files. But in case of the Java, it is not generating the executable file. It is generating the intermediate file. This intermediate file is specific to the JVM. It is not specific to the operating system. So wherever JVM is present, you can go and run on any operating system. You can run it on. This is a way they made it as a Java is a platform independent. So this is what it happens internally, how your Java program execute. Now the problem with this command prompt is what? To type my program, I need a one editor. To compile my program, again I have to go back to the switch back to the my command prompt. If there is any errors, again I have to go back and I have to fix that. Again, I am going to compile my program. Suppose if I want to add the one more line, I want to add it here. Exclamation mark I'm adding here. Without compiling, if I'm running that here, it never prints that because I have to compile, recompile that here. Now I'm going to do the Java C. Okay, Java C, I'm going to compile this program. Okay, it is going to compile. Now if I run this here, it is going to print the welcome to Java world. And if there is any syntax errors, suppose I made a error, it doesn't tell you that, like, no, your notepad doesn't have capability to say that, no, hey, you missed this statement. When do I know that? Here, when I'm executing here Java C, so, oh, there is an error. Hello world, it is expecting this a colon is expecting that, it is saying here. Now I'll go back and I'll fix that issue. Again, I have to do the recompilation. I'm doing the recompilation. Okay, there is no problem. Then I'm going to execute that here. Things are working fine. You are switching between the you are switching between you are switching between the multiple things, like, no, notepad to the notepad to the your command prompt. Again, you are fixing, again compiling. Like, no, when you're working in a projects, you will not have this luxury. People always, they want, like, no, the day one you join the company, they will be expecting you some deliverables. Like, no, everybody uses the one or the other IDE, they are going to use it here. This IDE, everything is integrated in one place. Like, no, your compiler, your runtime environment, whatever you required here. Like, no, to see the output, there is a console. Like, no, to specify the Java, like, no, Java where it is running, we don't care about that. Like, no, everything is integrated in this project. You got it in runtime, so it is going to pick the JDK version, it is going to be picked that here. That configurations we already done that here. If you go to the open module setting, where you have said that, hey, JDK, you use this, and my SDK is this. Okay, SDK, we are going to use the JDK, this is the same thing, I'm going to use it here. Everything has been configured. Everything has been configured here. Now if I make any mistake, it is immediately it is highlighting me that, hey, you made a mistake. It is saying that here, it is saying that here you made a mistake. And it is not, if I'm trying to run that also, the moment I see the red colors, we'll get scared and, hey, what is the issue, and you are going to fix that here. And immediately the program will be compiled. The moment you save that here, the program is compiled, there is no compilation error. Directly I can run, I can see the output on the console itself. The runtime environment, compilers, debuggers, and console, everything is integrated in one place. That's the main advantage of using the IDE. And like, moreover, it is having the, like, if you want to open the multiple files, you have to open the multiple notepads you have to open. And this is really, it's very difficult to manage that here. That's where, no, the notepads and all these things, you can use it for learning, like, to get familiar with the syntax. But real-time projects, you are always going to work on the one of these IDEs, either Eclipse or NetBeans or IntelliJ. Like, no, the some of the organizations, IBM and such a big organization, they have their own IDEs. You are going to work with this IDEs. You are going to work. IDEs will increase your productivity. That's the main advantage of the using the IDE. This is the way you will execute the your first Java application you are going to execute here. Now I would ask you people to start installing all the things. Write the hello world command prompt, write the hello world in IntelliJ IDE, the way we created the project. This session will be, recordings will be shared with you. So if you get stuck, you can refer that here. And at the same time, I will share the notes. What are the notes we are creating here? Okay, this is a demo class. And here in day one, I'm going to say that here, this is a, it's a better put the date. Okay, here we are going to say it as a day one. I'm going to say that here. So this is what we discussed about that. Like, we did the installation of the things. Then we have done the we have written the a simple hello world example we have written. That's all we have done in this today's class. And we try to understand the what is this directory structure of the your Maven project. Okay, directory structure of the Maven project, how it looks like, and how to write the main program, how we are going to compile your program, what is the naming conventions we need to follow when you are creating the Java class, and what is a package, and what what is the package naming conventions. These are the things we learned today's class. So I would be sharing with you this link as well. Okay, link as a shareable link and view only. I'm going to copy this here. Uh, so I'll put this. Okay, where is this? this is disappeared somewhere. Okay, in the chat I'm going to put that link, so you guys can take that link. Yeah. So what are the running nodes we are doing here? Can someone click and see that, whether you are able to see that thing or not? The running nodes, whatever I shared, can you click? Yeah, some people are logging in. Yeah, we can see that. Cool, no problem with that. So like whenever I start my session, what are the running nodes I'm going to create it here? That running nodes will be like no the once you completed the day, you can, I mean, end of the day, not end of the day, it's a live class also, you can see that what I'm typing here. So you can keep that link is handy. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll continue our discussion. Yeah.
Thank
Before
Thank
we
you.
wind
you.
up, any questions? Yeah. Anyone has any questions or anything? Just uh, we can discuss for another 2 minutes. Yeah. No questions. Okay. Cool. See you guys. Yeah.